Welcome back, Vault Hunters, and we have some fun information for you today. So, we're going to take a look at the brand new Vault Hunter with you, as well as dive into how he's going to be tied back to the planned content on the roadmap, as well as get into some leaks. So, with that, let's get going. So not much is known about our Western-inspired Vault Hunter, but we did get to take a quick look at his kit from the teaser, so let's dive further into that. So unfortunately, we don't have insight into Cash's skills yet, but we can speculate off of what we're seeing in the kit. But first and foremost, let's take a look at his name and appreciate it, because that is the most on-the-nose type of name for a Vault Hunter. Cash, clearly someone that's in it for the money. Well, that aside, let's take a look closer at the kit. So we do know, based off of a revelation in the description of the teaser video, that Cash is someone that revels in randomness and really appreciates that. So that's going to be played out in both of his cards and his dice. So the dice and cards will work as randomized modifiers that will adjust the different abilities and skills, or even bullets fired by Cash himself. There's not too much more insight into that, but we'll be taking a closer look to see if we get more revelations in his upcoming skills video. But then also we could see 3 different tokens over here, and I'm pretty sure this is alluding to the 3 different skill tree pathways that we have for our character, because as we know from the other characters as well, there's varying different skill trees, and this is probably just the dedicated focuses. But then also, what type of gunslinger wouldn't be one without his classic sidearm? You know, the big iron. So we do have a focus on pistols. The first one that we can see over here is a long barrel 6-shooter, and obviously not much more is known on that. But then the other one I find interesting is going to be a short nose pistol that is a little bit reminiscent of kind of like a sawed-off shotgun, but also a bit of a Derringer. Now, if you don't know what a Derringer was, it was this little tiny pistol, but did have a little bit of a punch as well. And we could see that there's green in the barrel as well, which is alluding to elemental damage, maybe some toxic or poison. So probably going to be getting modifiers to his guns, as well as, you know, other Vault Hunters having the same thing. But that aside, I'm sure he'll have use of other weapons as well, but there's going to be a heavy focus on pistols for this character. So alongside Cash, if we take a look at the roadmap, is going to be a bunch of new main story missions, some new side quests, and a completely new map zone, and of course, new legendary gear and new contracts. And then, not only just for him, but our other Vault Hunters will be getting some new cosmetics and some new gear as well. So definitely excited for that. But friends, there is questions about how you actually get this Vault Hunter, and I will tell you because it's been outlined for us. So there's a couple of different ways to get Cash as the new Vault Hunter. So the 3 outlined for us is going to be, first, own or upgrade to Borderlands 4 Super Deluxe Edition, own the Vault Hunter pack, which includes that Super Deluxe Edition, or get the Story Pack 1, which is going to be Mad Ellie and the Vault of the Damned, which will then include the new character pack with inside of this. So friends, that's 3 quick ways that you can get Cash into your arsenal. So speaking about Mad Ellie and the Vault of the Damned, I want to show you a quick clip and then talk about that and how it's going to not only involve a different shift in the narrative, but what that means for our different Vault Hunters. So let's take a quick look at that.
Our first DLC is going to be reminiscent of Guns, Love, and Tentacles from Borderlands 3. We are leaning forward, some fans. We are leaning forward into cosmic horror. It's going to be bloodier, darker, and I mean, we might hear from like a familiar character or two.
So as you just heard, cosmic horror is going to make a return to Borderlands for Borderlands 4, and I'm all here for it. If you don't know, from Borderlands 3, we had the Guns, Love, and Tentacles story quest, which was very much inspired by H.P. Lovecraft storytelling. And if you know anything about H.P. Lovecraft, it's all about a spookier, scarier setting, something that's more cerebral, something that's more along the lines of thriller meets horror. And I think it's going to be super exciting to see in here. So very excited for that, but here's another quick clip that we're going to have to talk about.
What's Ellie been up to?
Ellie has found herself a little uneasy where she is. She's in a spookier area, not feeling quite herself in a frozen tundra wasteland.
So obviously the DLC is going to be centered around Ellie and her story because it is called Ellie in the Vault of the Damned. And if you don't know who Ellie is, she is our lovable mechanic from the Borderlands series and also the daughter of Mad Moxie, another fan favorite. So the voice actor over here reveals something interesting, and that's going to be the setting of the DLC, which is going to take place in an Arctic tundra. Now, Arctic tundra meets cosmic horror. I think there's a ton of interesting narrative to play with there, and it's something a bit more unique. We haven't seen that too much in different video games, so we'll be super excited to take a closer look as we get some more info about it. Then also another cool revelation, and that's going to be talking about how Ellie's not feeling herself. Now, if you know anything about H.P. Lovecraft's storytelling and cosmic horror, is going to be, it's all about, possession and visions. So maybe Ellie is possessed or having visions that's helping drive the narrative, or, some other main character is in the setting. But I think that's going to be an interesting way to kind of unfold the story of the DLC. But also, how are Vault Hunters going to play into this kind of new spooky setting? So we'll have to wait on more information about that, but we'll definitely be keeping a very close eye on it. Okay, so I did promise a leak for you, and it's actually coming from the mouth of Randy Pitchford. So let's first listen to this, and I'm going to explain it for you.
It's pretty cool. You might get to kill somebody you've really wanted to kill for a long time. I'm just going to leave it at that. Oh my God. What you want?
Okay, so awkward delivery from Randy Pitchford aside, he does drop a very famous line, what you want, and that is going to be coming from a character that we all know named Crazy Earl. Crazy Earl is a black market vendor and also has been in every single Borderlands game, well, almost every single Borderlands game out there. And he's always been a bit of a prick, so I'm looking forward to, taking this guy out in the new Borderlands, if that actually comes true. So we'll see what type of involvement that he has for the new story. Maybe we will finally be able to, off him and steal all of his black market goods or something like that. But again, we'll keep a closer eye on this. But that's all I have for you today, folks. Well, as always, I hope that you enjoyed the content, and please be sure to like and subscribe as it helps small content creators like myself. And please do be sure to use those high points as well. Okay, we'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone.